events. Like it's public information. How am I bullying her? And what they doing to you is what they did to me. Is if we not with their agenda, then they're going to make it difficult for us to report the truth. Because you know what I just noticed today? That they took down the Gayle King interview. They only got 1 minute parts and 2 minute parts on CBS. The part where she lied about dating Tory or having sex with Tory is gone. CBS took it down. I searched for it all day today. They took it down. You know something else they took down? What's that?
Megan did a freestyle, and she said to the effect of, I got shot times and I ate that shit. Bounced back harder with a real blonde video. 1 million, 2 million, some shit like that. They took this shit down too.
Yeah. See, they allegedly, I'm gonna say to save myself, allegedly, Rock Nation, they be doing this type of stuff for years. Jay-Z's a fuck ass nigga. He's been forever. You know what I'm saying? He holds grudges on people. I got my personal gripe with him. You know what I'm saying? But what they do, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? We're in the state that we are in hip hop now, with all these social medias. You got Diddy that's cool with the dude from Twitter. You got Jay-Z hanging out with this dude. All the dudes that they hang out with run Instagram, Twitter, this, that, and the other. So they use their relationships to block people like us that's not following their agenda. You get what I'm saying?
I believe that things like that happen all the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and they are known for it. You know what I'm saying? This is why Tory's like, way back when this whole thing happened, he's like, yo, Rock Nation's behind it. That is just the practices of people that joined the undercover booty club, allegedly, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they gay dudes or undercover lesbian females or the whatever. Allegedly, those people in those groups. This is why Megan walks in with the domestic violence purple on, with the rainbow LGBTQ plus clutch in her hand, because that's what they do. That's who they represent. That's who Megan is for. This is why you got the people, these extras in front of the courthouse talking about we stand with Megan. Who you think put them out there? Who you think paid them?
Them hoes done buy some flyers on shirts made.
No, that's Rock Nation.
Come on now.
Come on, man. Allegedly. But same thing with Tamika Mallory. You going through that with her. She is a person that Rock Nation funds. When there's a so-called protest or some shit going on, they fly her out there. They pay for her hotel. They give them transportation, her, the Mysons in them. And then they are the ones that come to us when the Democratic people use them for their agenda.
I would like to know what Tamika and people like her solution is. I am a black. Megan is a black. If you feel like I'm wrong, what the fuck are you gonna do to try to get right that don't keep doing what you say I'm doing? You say I'm stepping down, I'm doing this. What the fuck do you get a solution at? Because am I not black enough for you to not talk to me or miss to me in the public space? Or for you to lie on my name or laugh on my fucking name?
She has an agenda. She has a side. Rock Nation cuts her checks. So she don't have nothing personal against you. She got to do what they tell her to do. She don't have nothing personal against you. She don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But if they call her and say, hey, Tamika, this girl over here, man, she effing things up. We need you to go put that fire out. Then she gonna come at you. She gonna try to discredit you.
Tamika can't put my fire out with a whole bucket of water and a fire truck with the holes in them.
And I know she can't, and you know she can't. But the people that may not know you or know your character, she can come out here and say, oh, blah, 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 blah to her people. And even if they were listening to you, now she'll sidetrack them from following what you're saying. So she's damage control for them. You know what I'm saying? They put out her book, they send on these tours, this, that, and the third. So she's obligated. So she don't have nothing personally against you. She just doing her job that she got paid to do.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So the one thing, you don't give her no attention. That's where, in my opinion, that you went wrong. Not went wrong because you're supposed to defend yourself, but when people like her come out and they're trying to discredit you, if you say their name, people are going to go look and see what they said, what she said about you, and she may be able to sway their opinion from what how you had them. So when she's doing that, sub her, call her nicknames, give her a nickname that everybody know who you talking about, and don't say her name, because you shining right now. She's not. She's the dog barking at the moon. You the moon. You ain't got to bark back at her. She's irrelevant right now. She ain't got nothing going on. It ain't no Breonna Taylor out there. It's nobody for them to be marching for. Even though people get killed in the hood every day. But if they ain't got a corporation connected to them where they could get involved and pressure the corporation to give them some money to get the people to shut up, then they ain't got nothing going on.
I got a bad.
You said what?
They say I got bad. Was your phone?
Hold on, maybe it's my Wi-Fi. I don't know. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off. But I hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
It's a little echo, but oh well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hear no echo. You still hear echo?
But it's fine.
Okay. All right. So forget them. Back to the case. Now, you said EJ, the stylist, he was there to tell what happened at the night of Cali House, right?
Yeah, and he said the most important thing are the fact that he said that passing on or something like that and make bags before him that they would have to fail to sit there. I feel like bags were put up and put in a car and they removed from where he originally took them. And that Mick was aggressive that night and Mick just marched towards the night. And he won. So making that nothing about leave. He said you could walk to that car, no ass room. Didn't they say somewhere in the story that the gun was a green gun, like a colored gun? An olive green gun. What dude carries an olive green gun? That's what I would like. And if anybody would protect that type of weapon, it's smaller. It's the type of gun. So it was a small 9mm, not a well. Yeah. Is it possible that that gun was one of their guns? Very possible. And that he said that the duck bag was already open. They already had the bag. All he did was put up. Now, if you know someone, would you carry? You just might. Is he the only person that testified today? No, these little, and they were asking Chelsea's budget. Oh man, people talking about it's echo. I don't know why it's echo. It is sabotage. I'm telling you. Literally. Shit is ridiculous. You know what? Oh, can I send you a link and you come on my YouTube channel? Okay.
Nah, you can do it on your phone. All you gotta do is just click the link, and your camera on your phone is going to bring you on.
Okay.
All right, I'm a DM you right now with it.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, bye.
Going to bring you on.
Okay. Oh.
Them niggas be hating, man. Let me bring on the YouTube, man. All right, y'all. Hold on a minute. She should be coming any second now. Let me put her name up here on the screen. So if y'all didn't know who I was talking to Milagro. Who is covering the Megan Thee Stallion trial, Tory Lane's trial. So I'm gonna wait for her to come up on here. Man, I just went through some BS at this liquor store. Went to go cop me some of that Snoop Dogg wine. And they get over here with the false advertisement. So I'm gonna have to blow them up and show Snoop what they doing out here in these streets with his wine when people trying to support him. The mob is in here. The mob is in here. The mob is in here. Okay, she's here.
Okay, is it up?
Yeah, you up.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Oh, I was having kind of a hard time. Okay, we in there with no echo,
Yeah, and no interference.
no interference. Let's get into it.
Yeah, god damn, they be hating, yo.
They really do. And if I had one of my cute little filters to make me not look so oily, I'll get on the camera. But they need to get it. I'm obsessed with filters because you can see me in person. You'll say, "Oh, you're pretty," but I'm addicted. I
You
need
are pretty.
help.
You are pretty. I doubt that you need filters. You are very beautiful.
Thank you. But we
Mm.
in there. I'm excited to talk to you. So what's going on?
Yeah. So, all right. So, the dude EJ, I
Hmm.
really believe that when they said that it was an olive green gun, I don't know too many men that want a colored gun.
Me
I,
either.
I think that gun may have been one of their front. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me put what's your cash app?
$ mob radio.
All right, let me put your cash app up here. Any donations y'all want to give tonight, go to this lady right here.
Yeah, cause see, these California trips ain't cheap. This hotel neither. Oh we.
All right, hold on. Wait, what is it? Oh, you said Mob Radio, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dollar sign Mob. Radio.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Let me put this.
And I appreciate you allowing me on your platform as well.
I appreciate you coming on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get your information up here first. Before I get started here. Okay.
Boom.
All right. Let me be the first person to cash app you.
I know that's right.
Let me cash app you.
I had to go get me a new wig. Ooh. All these expenses.
Okay, let me see. Mob Radio. Oh, wait a minute. You got two of them here.
Somebody on some bullshit.
Wait. One got Mob Radio 2 and one
See,
just
look at him trying to take my money. That's the devil.
Look.
Look at that.
And you might have to switch your picture up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So which one is the top one, right?
Yeah, that's the top one. Just simply Mob Radio.
No, y'all some foul ass people out here. Hoping that somebody send it to the wrong one.
Yeah, low down.
That's foul. I bet you somebody probably got a fake choke, no joke.
I bet they do. Hard out here.
All right, you good. I just sent it to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Now the dude EJ, right? All right. So now he said he went through the bags, right?
No, he say he don't look through the bags. He just put the stuff on top in the bag. He just put stuff in the bag.
How could you pack a bag without looking at it?
Exactly. Who don't look? Niggas is naturally nosy. Like, what's in here?
Yeah, especially I ain't gonna even say that. But most straight men wouldn't be doing no kind of creepy stuff like that. But all right, so he packs their bags without looking in them. Yeah. If I was the defense attorney, I would kind of eat him up with that. Because all right, what if the bag is too full and you got to shift stuff moving around?
Right.
Never. Did the bag?
How did you know for a fact that was her bag? Could that have been someone else's bag? You know, if you never looked in the bag, how do you know you're packing the correct bag? All kinds of different questions arise. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it could have been Tory bag. It could have been Kelsey bag. It could have been Kylie bag. How do you know which bag it was?
Right.
Okay. All right. So now was EJ the only person that testified today?
Outside of Jody Little, who we had already seen last week. Jody Little is the one who they brought in because Kelsey went rogue. She's one of the people that was present when Kelsey gave that interview back in September. So they bring her back in, and they did something that I do not agree with. They focused on the bussin' back lyrics and asked her what they felt like Kelsey meant about it. How the hell is she gonna tell you what Kelsey meant? And the defense argued that. How is she going to tell you what Kelsey meant by this or what Kelsey meant by that? But they allowed her to get up there. And when the prosecution would ask her about a line, they asked her specifically about the line where it says, saying that I took some hush money. They said, do you agree that this is what she was referencing when she called Megan a liar? The woman said yes. The defense said, but that's not the only time that Kelsey references Megan as a liar, is it? She said, well, I don't know. I need to look. They said, well, didn't you go over it this morning? Ain't that why you here now? Yes, but I haven't committed the song to memory. They went and showed her the line where they said, well, she threatened. And then she said, well, I don't know anything about that. You have to show me. They go over the line. They said, do you know who Dez Perez is? Dez, because that's how Kelsey referenced her. Dez said a sex tape could drop. She said she don't know Dez. She said, so you're not aware of the threat that was put in here. She acted like she don't know. They went and showed her. She said, well, that doesn't say anything about hush money. He said, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, is there any other instance where Kelsey called Megan a liar in this song? The woman played crazy. He let it go. She was
Wait,
playing crazy.
and who is this lady again?
Her name is Jody Little, and she's some type of investigator, and she was in the room when Kelsey gave her September 14th testimony.
Okay.
Yeah, so they bring her back in to speak to these lyrics, and then he said, "Okay, I'm done." Prosecution came back and asked her a question about the rap. She remembered that. So the last question defense asked was, "Oh, you remember that, don't you?" She laughed and said, "Yeah." So you remember everything the prosecution asking you about this song, but every time he asks you something you don't know. She made herself look like a damn fool, and the prosecution looked like a fool because it was a clear situation where, lady, you know what the hell he is talking about.
Right. Now, do me a favor and touch on that whole DNA thing, because I'm seeing this thing where they saying Tory was inclusive or negative and Kelsey
Okay.
was positive.
Okay. So what happened was the gun. The gun had a magazine, and the gun itself. They tested the magazine, which is what if anybody that doesn't know, they will put this into the bullets go into this, and then this goes into the weapon. Fingerprints were done. No fingerprints on the gun. First of all, they never tested the casings that they found for fingerprints, so we don't know if there are fingerprints on that. The magazine absolutely did not have Tory's DNA on it. Zero. 100% no DNA. The gun itself had 4 contributors. He was inconclusive, so he couldn't be included or excluded from it because they could not prove that his DNA was on that gun. One of the 4 contributors to the DNA on that gun was a woman, but they never got Kelsey nor Megan's DNA to test and never requested it either. This was brought out in court. Did you even request Kelsey's DNA? No. But you requested gunshot residue? The test? Yes. More incompetence from the LAPD. Why wouldn't you get the DNA test from her to see if that could have been her DNA? So now we'll never know. But there was a female contributor, and they said that the magazine had 4 contributors as well. They said there could have been 8 different people between the gun and the magazine, or the same 4. We'll just never know. But Tory was not proven to have any DNA on that weapon.
And the fact that it don't even matter whether it was Megan or it was Kelsey, the fact that a woman's DNA is on the pistol.
It's damning. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And they asked both specialists, if Tory basically has shot that gun 5 times, would his DNA be on it? They said absolutely.
But his DNA is inconclusive on it.
Right. And they said they would not find that. They said his DNA would have been on that gun.
Hell yeah. First of all, you holding the gun and you kicking that joint
5
times. You crazy? You definitely gonna have some DNA
absolutely.
on it.
Both of them spoke to that. And so that was just another well, how was it possible? So anybody thinking that he could have wiped it down, you can wipe it down if you want to. That's not removing DNA. That's not how that works.
And how much time did they really have for him to wipe it down?
Right before the cops came, and then he already.
Exactly. I don't know. To me, there is no way I see the jury convicting Tory of this beyond a reasonable doubt. It's so much doubt in this. Just so between Megan and Kelsey alone, them both lied.
And that's before we get to the lack of evidence. That's before we get to they use witness papers, papers that they would take witness statements on. Yes. That's what they put out on the ground to mark what was supposed to be a blood trail. They had to dismiss that because you're supposed to put placards and lay it out and show us the trail. They had to admit in a court of law under oath that they didn't do that, so they couldn't outline any blood trail to us. The bullet casings, Mr. Kelly, that will come in tomorrow to testify, he's a witness. The bullet casings were in his driveway. If the car stopped in the middle of the street and Tory shot over the window, why the bullet casings not on that side of the car in the street?
Ain't no bullet cases flying from the street into somebody's yard.
Thank you. So y'all weren't where you said you were.
Didn't Megan say she crawled in somebody's yard?
She did. She's trying to explain how she got over there. But Kelsey say she looked up after she went over back to the car to make the car jerk to try to get Tory away from her, that she looked up and Megan was standing at the driver's side door. The police today when we went, no, last week when we went over the footage, the different footage. No, they brought Cabral back in today. They brought Officer Cabral back in today, and we went over some footage from the body cam. They showed us how they walked Megan over to the damn ambulance.
And she walked with no problem, or was she
No
limping?
problem. They say she was limping.
I mean, she was kind of hopping out, like when she got out the car, like she was limping.
But shot in your feet, you ain't walking. Ain't that much adrenaline in the motherfucking world after all that time.
Yeah, I don't think she was actually hitting the foot. I think somebody shot at her and bullet fragments probably hit the ground and went in her foot. But I
Yeah,
don't think that
it
it
wasn't no direct
actual
shot.
slug went in her foot.
Oh, well, we know that to be true because that's what the doctor said. And something else that the doctor attested to was the fact that there was no nerve damage. And he said metallic fragments. He did not say bullet or bullet fragments. And I think it's fair to note that tinted windows have metallic in them. You have a lot of things that have metallic fragments in it. That could be a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because
Shit,
there
it
was
could
an
be.
initial report from a blog that and I've never seen the original police report, but it's been alleged that the original police report says that she got angry and kicked out a window because she wanted to exit the vehicle. Why is nobody bringing this up?
Was there a broken window on the vehicle?
No one has brought that up. I would love to know.
That would be great.
That would be amazing.
Listen, had she kicked out the goddamn window, would make every goddamn sense
Yes.
why her foot is dead. I never
You
heard
see
that
where
part.
it is?
Yes,
Those
that is
cuts.
definitely
Yes. Come on now.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
and
I
she
want
said
them to
she
get
went
into
back
it.
to get her slipper, so she probably was barefooted, right?
EJ testified today that she was barefoot when she left Kylie's home because he said she didn't want to leave because she didn't want Tory to stay with Kylie. So he went right to the pool and said, "Come on, Megan." And that's when she got out. She was barefoot. hmm So it's very possible. Two things can be true. A gun could have gone off and she still could have kicked the window out. We don't know.
That's
Because
true.
guess what? They in December 2021, Detective Stogner that will go on the stand tomorrow, he said they lost the bullet fragment. So how do we prove that they ever existed? How do we prove with the bullet fragments that you don't have that y'all took them out of Megan's feet?
So they lost that evidence too.
Yeah, we'll see what he says tomorrow. But in the December transcripts, he absolutely says, yes, we lost them. We don't have them.
This is why Rock Nation is doing everything in their
Come on now.
goddamn power to shut people up because they it's over. It's
It's
over
over.
for
This is
Megan.
a mess.
And if she's found, if Tory's found not guilty, Megan's career is over, and they know it.
Yeah. You don't bounce back from this.
Now, here's an interesting thing to me that I picked up on from you. You said that Kelsey testified that after the shooting,
hmm
she was no longer able to be around Megan, even at the hospital.
The craziest thing. Absolutely. Kelsey says, they got detained. She went to the station, spoke with them, and then she's leaving out of the jail. And so she calls to try to get a ride, hits up T Farris, hits up some people. They tell her, call Jilly, which is Megan's manager at the time. I don't know if she's still a manager, but at the time she was, whoever this woman is. Jilly comes right to the police station, picks up Kelsey, takes her to her apartment, gives her some clothes. They get dressed and then they go to the hospital. Kelsey is outside, and because of COVID regulations, she couldn't go right in. But she says that she asked Desiree, "What's going on?" She said Desiree told her Megan stepped on glass and Megan hurt her feet with glass. However she worded it, it was glass. She has a glass injury, and she's gonna be out for maybe a year. We booked you a flight. It leaves in 2 hours. LA is dangerous. You should go home. That is what Kelsey says she was told by Desiree.
LA been dangerous before this incident.
Exactly. That's a threat to me. I mean, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? That's what she told her. Kelsey said, I need more time than that. I won't be ready in no 2 hours. Okay, well, just let me know. So Kelsey is in the car and she's talking on FaceTime with her sister. She's trying to find out like what's going on. I'm trying to get in the hospital. She gets a phone call. Kelsey says, I had been talking back and forth to a guy from jail. So when I got the jail call, I didn't even know it was Tory. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. She answers and it's him. This is the phone call where he says, I'm sorry about what happened. What's going on. Kelsey says in the call, well, some people have already picked it up, but they're not naming names. But Rock Nation is already on it. This is what we heard on the jail call that morning. That's what Kelsey said. And so Tori's like, what do you mean? Like, they don't got like, what's going on? Like, oh, well, the incident, people are whispering about it, but they don't have no names yet. And so after that, she got to go get her stuff. And she goes to a hotel. So Kelsey stays in a hotel and she's trying to figure out, okay, what she's going to do. And she ends up going back home. Kelsey says she had to live out of a hotel for a little bit. And she's asking Megan, like, what the hell am I going to do? You just told me to get rid of my apartment because you got a home. Kelsey says she subleased her apartment, gave away all her furniture and everything. All she had was what was in that car. So she's like, what am I supposed to do? And make it make sense. Why did y'all ostracize Kelsey if she didn't do nothing? If she just saw
That's
her
what
friend
it
get
don't make
shot,
sense.
yeah, if nothing happened, why was Kelsey left out? But she was. And so she says Megan felt bad. Kelsey said, I'm reaching out to the team. Ain't nobody answering me. They're giving me the runaround. She said, I finally sent a long text because I don't understand why they're blocking me out. And I felt a way about it. She says that's when Megan said, Kelsey, find a place and I'll pay your rent for a year. And she says that's the last contact that she had with Megan. And that she had already told Megan that she had linked up with Tory to get her stuff. But that Megan didn't really say nothing about it until Megan told Kelsey, demanded that Kelsey get on social media and tell everybody what Tory did to her and talk about this alleged incident where Tory abused Kelsey. Kelsey went to her lawyer. Her lawyer said, you're not doing that. You are protecting you. Kelsey said, I'm not doing it. She said, that's when Megan said, and how you gonna go link up with Tory and meet up with Tory and do this and do that? That she said she just started coming at her about that shit. She said, but that's when I knew Megan was disingenuous contacting me, and that was it. Paid the rent for the year. She was done with it. Now, had Tory Lanez paid Kelsey's rent for a year, that would have been a bribe.
Oh
But
yeah,
Megan
it's
can pay her rent.
bribery. It's bribery with Megan.
That okay, but nobody wants to talk about that.
Okay, so for everybody that's watching, like y'all make this make sense. You and your bestie are hanging out. Y'all at a pool party. A guy shoots one of y'all, and your girlfriend can't go with you in the hospital. You don't want your girlfriend at the hospital bed with you.
And mind you, Kelsey claims, not Kelsey. Well, in the original audio, not her testimony, Kelsey claims that when Megan got shot and crawled over to the driveway, she went to go check on Megan. She says she saw Tory come around the car and she was afraid for her life, so she jumped up to protect her friend. And they get into a physical altercation. You mean to tell me that the girl who stood up and fought for you, not knowing if he would shoot her too, is not allowed to come see you in the hospital?
That don't even if that didn't happen.
Even
She
if, exactly.
first of all, she's your sister, for one. Second, she lives with you.
Yes.
Y'all from the same place.
Yes.
Y'all grew up together, and you trust Desiree and them over there to the point where you're not even speaking, you're not even communicating with Kelsey directly. Like,
And not only that, Kelsey says before Megan put out that first statement, Megan texted her and said, Kelsey, do you want me to include you in this statement? And Kelsey say, I told her yes, because people think that I did something to you. She said, no sooner than I got that message off did Megan post that post on Instagram, and I was nowhere in it. She said that hurt me. She said, so I went on social media and said, I'm not the one that shot Megan, but I was there. I didn't have the gun, but I was there. She said, Megan said, now why would you say that? That's not the proper way to do it.
yeah, and Megan is listening to her damage control team, whether it's
Exactly.
management or whoever, but she made a bad decision.
A
Cutting
bad
her friend
decision.
off.
Who dogs out the bitch you gonna need later? That don't make no sense.
That don't make sense to me.
Mm-mm.
For what I believe is that Megan didn't tell Desiree and them the truth at that point.
Exactly.
And they probably was mad at Kelsey. She probably blamed Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably was like, oh, she out of here. Yo, you ain't dealing
Yeah,
with her
you're
anymore.
not coming
She
at
did
him.
what? Oh,
Exactly.
and that's what happened, I believe.
I believe it. And something else that was said was Kelsey. They said, Kelsey, was there a fight? Did you and Megan fight? Kelsey said, we bumped each other. We bumped it. She said when we got, this is what she testified to on the stand. She said when we got out of the car, first of all, they in the car and they arguing with Tory. Tory has just revealed that, hey, you sitting up here taking up for your friend, and she been sleeping with me behind your back. Okay, they start coming at him because Kelsey say he was calling them bitches and hoes, and she said, look, don't do that. I don't care what's going on. Don't call her no bitches and hoes. She said, Tory said, child, this is my car. Get the fuck out. Pulled the car over. That's the second time they got out. Not because Megan asked, but because Tory put their ass out for talking to him crazy in his vehicle. So Kelsey say, on the stand, me and Megan got out the car. We walked towards the back. I'm guessing because that's where the luggage was. And we bumped into each other. She wouldn't acknowledge anything else. So there was no fight, but y'all bumped into each other.
So in the report, there was Kelsey was bruised. She had
Oh
a
my
broken
God.
nail on the floor.
Bruised. I wish you guys could see. Kelsey had a patch at the top of her head where someone had pulled the hair from her follicle in a section bigger than $0.25.
What?
Yes, I wish you could see. Kelsey had a patch right at the top, the crown of her head. Somebody had pulled the hair out of this girl's scalp. She had.
That is Megan.
Come on now.
Allegedly. Ain't no nigga fighting no women and
Like
pulling
that.
their hair.
Yes. And look how big that girl is. Kelsey is 4'11". Megan is 5'10". Okay, Kelsey had a mark on one of her shins from right up under her knee to her ankle. The entire shin. Looked like somebody done drug her all up and down the damn street. She had a huge bruise on her thigh. She had a huge bruise on her arm. Somebody beat the fuck out of that girl. She was bruised up.
And tomorrow the witness that's supposed to
Yes.
have seen the fight is going to testify.
Absolutely. And his balcony, he could have touched, if a nigga was 6 foot, he could have touched the top of his head. That's how close and low his balcony is in retrospect to his driveway. I'm actually gonna go on Google Maps and pull this shit up without showing his address. I'm gonna show the damn balcony. Y'all can see how close that man was. Whatever he said he saw, oh, he had a great vantage point.
Damn, I wish I could pull it up right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on that street and look on that particular street because I don't know. I got the house number in my notes, but I'm gonna look because
I remember. You know what? I probably could pull it up. Let me see.
yeah, it's on that it's on that same damn street we've been talking about, the whole time. Nichols Canyon, I believe. I believe it's on
Yeah.
Nichols Canyon Road. It's like 18. It's in that 1800th block.
Oh, I'm gonna find it right now.
And the fifth shell casing was
Yeah.
found by someone else like the next day. The police didn't find the fifth shell casing.
Oh, somebody else found it on the
Somebody
street.
else found it, but now we don't know where. They haven't specified where it was found, but the police didn't find it. I thought that was really interesting.
Oh, let's see here. Where's the address here?
And it's gonna be either like 1801 or 1807, one of those.
What is it? What's the address?
Try 1801 Nichols Canyon Road.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere on that street for sure. And Google Maps be having the same picture. It might be like a white car in the driveway.
Yeah, I think I got it right here. Hold on. Is this it?
Go around a little bit. This street is so tiny. Oh, you go over, go over. Okay, not that one. Not that one. That's one of the homes we've had to look at, but not that one. So maybe 18. Oh, you getting close. It looked like that in a way.
Okay.
Not that house, but that's how that shit look. So you see how low that shit is?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's one of these houses on the street.
And the shots fired on this little ass street.
Right.
Everybody came out.
Exactly. It's one of these damn houses. It ain't that one. It looked the most like that one that would be to your right. It looked most like that one, but not that one.
Okay. Then all right, let me go to this corner real quick. Let's see some.
And let me tell you something else. They be having it's on two sides of the street too. You got the front side of the street where you would go into the house, and then there's a back side where you can park and stuff.
This is a little
But I'll put it to you like this. You see what that Jeep is?
yeah.
Just like that Jeep is at that home with that balcony sitting right there. That's how that man house look. That's how low his shit is. So when that car was right there
Right.
and they fighting into his driveway, bullet casings are found in his driveway. He is very close. We're not talking about on no damn third floor in no mansion. These are, respectable size homes. Like he saw it.
Yeah, because he probably heard them arguing.
That was his testimony. That's what he said to detectives. He heard them arguing. It woke him up. He went to the balcony. And imagine hearing people so close that they sound like they're right there. So hold on. He gets up. He goes to the balcony. And that's when he says he saw the female passenger in the back seat get out, come to the front passenger seat, open the door, and start fighting.
They lucky his ass ain't had no motherfucking ring along. Woo!
Oh.
They busted.
Okay. And where the rest of everybody else footage? Do that stuff just not work? I know somebody caught something.
Oh, they go 1801 right there. That's it. This is
Which one?
1801 right here. This one.
Okay, so it must be like 1807 or something. Because that's not it. It looked more like that other house.
Right. Yeah, this one. That's 1801. Yeah, it must be that one up the block. Then,
and Megan said when they stopped the car, she got out, and when she got shot allegedly, she crawled into the first driveway that she saw over to the left, and it was that man's home.
Which, yeah, I think it's probably this one that you're saying right here. I think it's probably one of these. But these are only ones with like a balcony right to the driveway.
All right, I'm gonna have to try to look. No, but it looked more like that one right there where that Jeep at.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Oh, then it might be this one.
It might be that one, but I'm gonna try to see.
I'm trying to see the
number. No, because they drove. No, it's not that one, but that's what it looked like. And it might be the other side. It might be another side.
On that, well, this is Nicholas Road. The other street would be another street.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna try
Nicholas
to find it for sure.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, either way,
y'all see how those houses are structured. You see how so anybody that went on any one of those balconies had a very good vantage point.
Yeah, and that is a very small block.
Very small. Mm-hmm.
So 5 shots on that block is loud. Trust me.
Yes.
Okay, so who else is left to testify?
We have the detective that was fired from the LAPD for what people are whispering about was a domestic violence issue. They say it was not his first time getting caught up in it, but I find it very interesting that he was fired. It take a lot for them to fire a police officer, even when he killed a nigga on camera. So that was odd to me.
Right.
Who else? The Officer Diaz, for prosecution that they want to bring up. If they can find Justin, the bodyguard that they say is missing, that his family says they're not looking for, then they're gonna bring him back in. They said, Judge, if we can find him, can we bring him in tomorrow? Yes. They said, but if he doesn't show up, can we bring him up later? And they said that's something they'll have to, agree upon. If Justin will be able to come back in after everyone's done, if they can locate him. And that should be it for the prosecution. And then for the defense, all that I'm aware of is Mr. Kelly, which I know they brought EJ out today, and then they'll do Mr. Kelly. And I know they probably got more than 2 witnesses, but I'm not aware of who else they have on their list.
Is Tory going to testify?
People have been wondering. I have not heard anything about him testifying, but I don't know. I think he needs to let them just finish what they're doing, finish making a fool of their damn self, and not say a word before they try to trump him up on something. They tried to add bribery charges today.
Yeah, I heard you mention that they tried to charge him with bribery on Kelsey and Megan.
Yes. The
Where
judge
did that come
denied it
from?
because they say that Kelsey gave testimony from September 14th that is unreliable, that he tried to ask them for $1 million. They wanted to bring bribery charges up in that regard. The judge denied it promptly.
That's crazy.
Desperate.
So that's good. He denied it. So now, all right. So they can't hit him with the bribery. They really trying because they know they losing.
Yeah, they're trying anything at this point.
They losing.
And they asked the defense today, do y'all want to do lesser charges? Do y'all want to try to lessen the charge? They said no.
Oh, so now they ready to work a deal with him.
Right. Okay. No, they said no. And then the judge said to the prosecution, do y'all want to try to bring down some charges? They said no. So here we are with the same 3 charges.
In your opinion, what you think is going to be the outcome?
You never know with a jury. You never, ever, ever know. So never get too comfortable. But anybody in their right mind, even if you feel like, I believe something happened to Megan, that is fine. Can you say without a shadow of a doubt that he did it? Based on what we have heard thus far, and with the way that this is going, this needs to be a clean sweep, acquittal. The case needs to be dismissed for lack of evidence, in my opinion. But if we're not going to get that, since they've been asked for it and got denied, an acquittal. That is the only thing that would make sense. The whole world needs to protest if he is found guilty, because it can happen to you. You ought to be very afraid if they charge him with this shit, because there's no evidence, none. And the witnesses are not credible. Obviously, something is wrong here. And if we do not see that at this point, based on the way people are answering questions and moving, I don't know what the hell to tell you.
Well, if anybody is smart, or I ain't gonna say if anybody's smart because I don't want to insult nobody, but if anybody's been paying attention, and you look at how they scrubbed the Gayle King interview with her lying about Tory, them trying to silence you,
right?
Putting Tamika Mallory out here on a smear campaign, damage control, them trying to hit him with charges during the goddamn trial with bribery, whatever.
Right.
It goes to show that they messed up. Their case is bad. They don't have the evidence to cooperate their case, and they're gonna lose.
Absolutely.
They are definitely, for the jury to sit there and convict Tory of this, it would be so wrong. Being that Megan lied, being that Kelsey lied, like who do you believe out of the 2 main people that was there? If Tory don't say nothing, if they both lying, how could you convict him?
And what came out today from EJ was, they said, EJ, did you trust Megan with Tory? He said, yes, me, T. Farris, and her bodyguard trusted her with Tory the way we would trust her with Kelsey. He said, I've seen Tory maybe 10 times because I would drop Megan off to his home and that Tory would come drop her off. He said Megan went on trips with Tory. This girl really set up and said, like, sexual. They had a full-fledged relationship.
Right. Yeah. When she said that, if you know body language,
right,
and you study people that lie, Megan is lying all through that Gayle King interview,
all through it,
with her dry cleaning crocodile tears.
literally.
Like, she's the only person that I know that could cry and you don't see no moisture.
And that's what happened on the stand as well. She made crying noises. Not one tear fell. I watched. Not one.
Huh? You mean I sexual?
Literally.
Like
Like, girl, come on with this. And she would have helped herself telling at least a little bit of the truth. You just said, let me lie about every damn thing. No, ma'am.
I don't know what was her purpose of lying on Gayle King. I don't know.
When they sought out the interview, you asked Gayle to talk. Last good.
No, they asked Gayle to do damage control.
Right.
Yale's a part of their whole agenda too.
Okay, because I heard you don't
Rock
just get an
Nation
interview with Gayle. You got to have some strings to sit down with Gayle, especially like that, a quick turnaround.
Look, you see how Gayle did R. Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. That's because Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and them don't rock with R. Kelly. We allegedly, there's a lot of people that feel like Jay-Z is behind the whole R. Kelly thing.
I wouldn't be shocked. He's the one that went on tour with him when it was hot.
And he the one that R. Kelly sued and had to pay $75 million that everybody don't know about.
I need to look into
the whole pepper spray thing. R. Kelly sued him, and Jay had to pay him $75 million. And Jay-Z wasn't even worth $75 million with $75 million in his pocket back then. So trust me, he got a hard on for him, allegedly.
But I remember that pepper spray incident. I didn't know how it came out. What happened of it? Like what?
Yeah, R. Kelly sued him. Yeah, and he won $75 million.
Oh,
you can look that up. That's public record.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and trust me, these people will do everything they can to move the goalposts to win. Tory said it in the beginning that this was all Rock Nation.
He did. And they did ask in court. They said, is it true? And there was an objection call, but the question was raised. Is it true that Tory turned down the deal with Rock Nation? And it's the objection.
Wow. And the judge let the objection go?
Absolutely. That is so relevant. They all met him. Megan met him. EJ met him. Kelsey met him at the Rock Nation brunch in 2020. It is a damn coincidence that y'all met him here and then you wiggle your ass up in his face. They said when Tory came to Kylie house, Megan was in the doorway twerking. Okay, like They said Kelsey said Megan the one hooked me up with Tory. She told me to go pursue him.
Did they ever ask in court to Kelsey or Megan, were they intimate?
No, and I wish they would have.
I'm willing to bet part of this is allegedly, in my head, I believe that Megan and Kelsey was having sex.
They could have. She's absolutely Megan's type, per the way that Megan has described women that she likes. Kelsey said on the stand, me and Megan didn't fall out behind Tory because I don't care about that. How the hell you don't care about your best friend sleeping with a man that you were sleeping with?
Because it's about them.
Exactly. How it looks to me.
I hope. Are they going to bring Kelsey back?
The judge told her there's a very remote chance we could bring you back.
Yeah, you need to put a bug in the defense ear. Y'all should ask Megan this. Yes. I guarantee you, if the jury hears that Kelsey and Megan was intimate, Tory, if you're listening, nigga, you got a clear win.
Okay.
You got a clear win. If you can prove that Megan and Kelsey had a relationship, oh, buddy, this would be super messy. They're going to throw it out. But I really believe that part of Megan lying is because I believe allegedly that her and Kelsey had an intimate relationship.
They could have. She's openly bisexual. Have there been threesomes? I mean, this is just a coincidence that Kelsey also was with the baby and Megan went and slept with him. You know, this is too many times. And they asked Kelsey, They said you remained friends with Megan after she slept with someone behind your back before. Yeah, and y'all just kept on working together and moving for. Yeah, child, what? Were you the friend that went out and fucked the niggas? What is going on?
Yeah, this is messy. But yo, defense, if y'all listening, if you get Megan or Kelsey back on that stand, ask them were they intimate. I guarantee you that will change the whole dynamic to this whole goddamn thing.
Absolutely. And there's so many people that are now clicking into that idea. What if that came up a lot today? What if they were together?
I'm
Megan and
telling
Kelsey.
you. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
This is bigger than Tory.
it is. It really is.
Because it's like what I just can't see two girlfriends at an incident, whether a dude beat her butt or shot her, that the two girlfriends separate and just stop
Right.
talking. Just that women don't move like that.
They
I
don't.
got sisters, I got nieces. Women do not move like your girlfriend gets hurt. Y'all in the club, anything like that. You won't even leave your drunk girlfriend, yet alone a shot
Exactly.
girlfriend.
Exactly. It is not logical. And they just think we some damn fools.
I hope that if Tory's found not guilty, that he sue her in the civil court.
Me too. I think that that's what needs to happen. He has lost so much.
Yeah.
So much.
He got all these industry dudes, Bum B and all them. Fuck Tory Lanez.
Uh-huh. Threatening him. All kind of stuff.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Now, me personally, I know women lie. I had a chick go lie and press charges on me and talking about I tried to bribe her and
Oh my
extort
God.
all this because she was cheating on her man.
Okay, don't want to get caught.
Right. And actually, and I went to court, I defended myself and won
Oh,
that case. And she had two
I know
lawyers.
that's right.
She had two lawyers. Man, I went in there with so much evidence, and that judge was like, not guilty. Lady, you just admitted to having a what he called it?
Consensual?
Not consensual, premarital affair.
Oh, I know that's right.
Yeah, get out of my courtroom.
Okay, please. That's
Yeah,
what needs to happen here. So many taxpayer dollars have been wasted. The LAPD, I mean, what do y'all do all day?
yeah, they man. Well, we know LAPD. They the
Okay.
and the United States, they probably got the NYPD beat when it
Oh,
comes to being foul.
right.
You gotta remember, a lot of them LAPD dudes grew up as gang members and just was able never caught a charge and got in a uniform.
Okay. And still committing crimes because this is ridiculous. To never request DNA from Kelsey, at least, but from all of them, it's crazy to me.
And you tell me the defense can't even do that now?
The expert, I don't know what the science is behind it, but the expert said now we'll never know. I don't know if the gun been tampered with. I don't understand the science behind it. Why we can't never know? Go get a DNA now. But then he said results can take days, months, sometimes years. He said it takes a while to get these results back.
Did the judge say when he's trying to wrap this up? Because I know they be getting tired.
Absolutely. He wants this done by Wednesday. He wants these people to come through and give their testimony. He felt like defense could be wrapped up with they people today or tomorrow if we stay on schedule. And so he's hoping we are done with this by the end of the week.
Did the defense started calling their witnesses, or they just getting ready to start?
They did the one EJ, which was out of order though. The prosecution hasn't even rested because Justin's missing. I think today they would have went ahead and wrapped up if they would have had all their people.
They ain't not gonna be able to wait for no Justin. And that dude is somewhere on the beach watching this whole thing go down. And as soon as it's over, he gonna
He'll
come
be
on.
back. Exactly. Because why would I go perjure myself? After y'all and nobody stuck to the script. Kelsey then went rogue. This is falling apart. I'm not finna get up there and say he confessed something to me and I can't prove it.
Yeah, because then they might try to spin it and say he shot somebody.
Exactly. He
Yeah,
better
his best bet is to stay the hell away.
literally. And then he becomes what somebody said earlier, the star witness. Now he's the one that Tory allegedly confessed to and da 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 da. I don't think he wants any parts of it.
Which is bad for Megan because he's her bodyguard.
Exactly. And the family said, contrary to what Alex Spiro then told the Shade Room, we're not looking for him. He's not a missing person. LAPD said he is not missing. They're not looking for him.
No, that was that's Rock Nation allegedly trying to smoke him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They put it out. Who else got to plug the Shade Room? It ain't the
Come on,
goddamn
exactly.
prosecutor.
A black blog.
No,
Alex
it ain't the
Spiro just thought
prosecutor.
to
It's
go
Rock
over there.
Nation allegedly. They calling, yo, we need y'all to put this out. They don't know where this dude is out.
Right.
They probably trying to reach him. Yo, put the story out and make it look like they looking for him.
Alex Spiro went on TMZ today. They're desperately looking for him. And no, they are not. They already said that.
Why would they be looking for him? He ain't got no crime.
Exactly. And where is the missing persons report then? He was on Instagram 2 days ago.
In another country.
In another country.
They done.
Watching the World Cup. What?
Well, they go. He better be careful when he come back in the country. They gonna grab him up.
Okay, real quick.
They gonna be the worst thing to do is leave the country when your ass is in some legal trouble. Because when you come back,
and then try to slide back. No.
They grabbing your ass. Up to his unless he coming through Texas through the wall.
Okay,
like,
they're gonna be looking for.
Like if you come back with your passport, they grabbing you, buddy.
That is it for you.
Yeah, so hopefully he stay away. It would be in his best interest because they, like I said, they might try to spin it and make it look like he did it.
Exactly. The way this going, they need to pin this on somebody. He better
he could be like, yo, I would try. Nah, let me not even put no theories out there. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. All right. Well, look, I know you're on the West Coast. It's still early for you, but
yeah, I need to get some dinner in me.
I was just getting ready to say, well, take that money I sent you and go get you a 5-star meal.
Woo! I know that's right.
You know what I mean?
And thank you so much for your time and your platform. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your time and yours. I appreciate it.
But
Absolutely. Please tap back in with me, at some point. But
absolutely.
Everybody that's watching, make sure y'all follow her on Instagram. That's her Instagram on the screen. Y'all want to give any donations tonight? Don't give it to me. Give it to Marvel Radio at Cash App.
Okay. Yeah, we got the rest of this week, so I'm gonna be in there.
All right, cool. I'll chat back in with you. I'll send you my number, so shoot me a text.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. God bless. Yeah, y'all. So, what do y'all think? Shout out to everybody in here bombing up the chat. All the mob radio heads up in here. I see y'all. The Truth, Kiki the Goddess, Faxy Bobby, Roses Blossom, Rapturous. I see y'all all in here. Ebony, Monique, Mrs. Shaw. Shout out to all y'all. Me and Obi, Calvin James, Shia 42, Indigenous Girl. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to my moderators in here. I appreciate everybody. So, what do y'all think now? Does Tory walk? Or do y'all think Tory's guilty? Or do you think it's going to be a mistrial? Shout out to Georgia here, West Coast. What up?